Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is go time. My name is Todd Grisham. Alongside me, former world champion Johnny Nelson.
Looking forward to this one, Todd.
And now it's time for the tale of the tape. Joe Calzaghe, 79 kilos on the button, 183 centimeters tall, with a reach of 185. And they'll be facing Bugzy Malone. A lot of questions surround. Here comes the pride of Wales, one of the best fighters in UK history. The former super middleweight and light heavyweight champion of the world is the pride of Wales, and no one has been able to beat him. Bugzy Malone. Yes, you heard that right. The UK rapper gonna try his hand at the sweet science.
Oh, pure bad blood.
And now for the official introductions. We turn it over to the world-renowned Jimmy Lennon Jr.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, presenting the renowned unified world champion with a remarkable undefeated career, introducing the 2-division champion of the world and boxing's pride of Wales, please welcome Joe, the Italian Dragon Calzaghe. Fighting out of the blue corner, from Manchester, England, here is the multi-talented and popular rapper, Bugzy Malone.
What a pleasure to be in this unique environment. Every seat has been taken for tonight's match.
If you know you can fight, you don't need a crowd, you don't need anything apart from that opponent in the opposite corner.
Thousands of fans here in attendance tonight, but when the bell rings, there will only be 2 that we're talking about. Here we go, round 1. Who's going to land the first big shot? No rest for the weary. And this is a you hit me hard, I'll hit you hard type of fight. They both want a knockout, you can tell. So much pre-match drama before this showdown. Who could forget what we saw yesterday at the weigh-in? These 2 boxers are finally ready to get it on.
You just see the nerves on the fighter stepping into the ring, Tom. It can tell you so much about a fighter. And the look in the opposite corner, you've got one fighter that is in heaven. This is where they want to be.
Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
An uppercut, a big uppercut, and his knees buckled that time. Not a lot of defense here at all. You'd like to see more jabs. Time they drop their guard, they get caught. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Calzaghe in that last round. Well, he is in big trouble here. He may have been saved by the bell.
Every second, every minute.
Focus on what you're doing.
Here we go, round 2. Who's going to land the first big shot? Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight, not yet, not until your senses have come back.
You're not going to see a lot of finesse and skills from this guy. He wants to bury his forehead in your chest and pound away.
You fight the Swarmer, you've got to protect everything. The body with the elbows, the head with the forearm. You've got to try and push them off balance because they will just stay in your face.
It's knockout or bust for both of these fighters. Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Couldn't land that jab. Looking to land the hook. Just missed with that jab. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Calzaghe in that last round. And a round that seemed like eternity for...
Let's go out.
Let's get it started in round 3. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt, you've got to get out there again. Be smart, be sharp. Don't be a fool, don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. They both want the knockout. There's a counter shot. Only catching air with that hook. Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Well done with that counter shot. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Good counter punching. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Can you believe this? Joe Calzaghe in some serious trouble. Talk about Calzaghe in that.
What are you doing?
Here we go to the 4th round. Beautiful counter shot. They are giving us a high-tempo show. It's all offense all the time. Those counter punches have to hurt. Endurance is becoming a factor. You can see this fighter having a hard time getting out of the way of punches, and they're not throwing as many on their own.
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
Big hook thrown, but it doesn't connect. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Good punch. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Calzaghe in that last round. That was almost... On to the fifth we go. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
I've seen some fighters with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
He blocks the hook. Both men step back for just a moment. This fighter has been extremely aggressive so far, Johnny, but how do they keep it up over the distance of this fight?
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Swing and a miss with the hook. So much for boxing. This is a fist fight. He threw a punch and just got countered. Let's talk about Calzaghe.
Come on, switch.
On to the sixth round. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
This is about ego. Get your ego in check, Todd, because if you fight a man that is used to doing this, he's confident and comfortable doing this, why are you giving him that chance to dance that dance? Step out of the way, box him, frustrate him, because if you let him get away with it, he blows you down.
Misses with the straight left. Punch, counter punch. He did catch him! He caught him clean! Clean as a whistle! You've seen all the famous boxing movies, the training scenes, the gym work. That's what it all boils down to. Who's going to have more endurance?
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, effort, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
This is a high-octane battle. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talking about Calzaghe. Here we go. It's round 7. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
A lot of effort being exerted here. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. That counter punch caught him clean. And he scores with the counter. They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've gone in the ring with fights like that and you punched him, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what?
Oh my goodness, Johnny! Will the referee stop it? No, we don't see a knockdown.
Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Good counter punch. When are we going to see a jab from these two? This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Talk about Calzaghe. And there's the bell for round 8. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Perfect punch. So much firepower here. As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those pointed areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim them, go for speed.
With the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
That's another scoring shot. His stamina is off the charts. The bravery being shown here is just incredible. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. These scorecards were all over the place, but in the end, I think the right athlete won.
These guys are doing their job right. I'd have called it exactly as that. You know, I might have been around that or two, but these guys have got it right. Well even fight, even match. I'd have nodded that as well.